Hi everyone, William Weyser is here. Since I got requested earlier this week to do a second message video this week, I figured that since today's exactly 1 month away from my 25th birthday, I've decided to do a 1 month exactly from my birthday message video. And speaking of which, I need to make a couple of corrections before I get started on this list. Speaking of my birthday, on my day after July 4th message video, I said that I was going to be 24 years old next month, but I wound up turning 24 last year, and I'll be 25 this year. Sorry for that little misspeaking. And speaking of misspeaking, I meant to say that Sophie Hansel's favorite Booba episode is Flippers, and those that are associated with this movie and fans of Booba will always remember Flippers as Sophie Hansel's favorite Booba episode, but for some reason I accidentally said that it was Kelly Bowling's favorite episode. Her favorite is Jack in the Box, and I apologize for that, Sophie. And think about Flippers when life gets you down. So, with that out of the way, and before I get started on this again, here are some more things that Rick is interested in, but this time it's not one of the 10 things that's written on the list. So don't worry about this if it's going to take a while. It's just not everything comes to his head, and I don't like it when I'm being given way too much to handle. Because there's this thing called time. So, let's get started here. We have Radio Disney commercials, Walt Disney World, which I'll be going there in May of next year, Walt Disney World commercials, as well as the Walt Disney Party, Disney Think Fast, and ironically, Nickelodeon did a Think Fast game show. Didn't last very long. Disney XD logo, Captain Underpants, Jet Rider, Jurassic Park video and arcade games, The Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald, the ABC Family logo, but now ABC Family has a different title. The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle, the Even Stevens movie, Sesame Street, Play with Sesame video, Elmo's World PC and online games, Kids Bop, The Horrible Harry, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The Secret Garden, The Horrible Harry books, Rugrats Preschool Days, the 2 Rugrats Tales from the Crib movies, the Care Bears TV show, Family Karma, Shark Tank, Wheel of Names. And don't confuse it with one of Rick's 2 not his cup of tea shows. America's Funniest Home Videos, Bumblebee, Deck the Halls. I even brought this up on my most recent message video about Danny DeVito being supposed to interact with others before he films his scenes, and he should have thought of it. Still, a good actor, but there's this thing called learning lessons. And it's not just him in that movie, it's everybody else in it too. The Country Bears, Max Keeble's Big Move, Invader Zim, Spectacular, the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, The Price is Right $1 Million Spectacular, mini games from Mario Party, El Tigre, The Adventures of Manny Rivera's, the American Tail movies, the Homeward Bound movies, The Incredible Journey, Bugman, Gym Teacher, the movie, The Naked Brothers Band, Desperate Housewives, The Amanda Show, The Stuart Little TV show, the All That reboot, The Mighty Bee, Sonic the Hedgehog TV shows and movies, Criminal Minds, that 70s show. Although, going back to Criminal Minds, I'd rather watch Thomas Gibson on Dharma and Greg than that and Chicago Hope. But that's just my opinion of comedy versus drama. And everybody who is entitled to their opinion about this can think one way or the other. Moving on. The Super Mario Bros. TV show and movie, Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow the Hedgehog video games, Sonic Colors, Sonic Heroes, the My Little Pony movies, as well as the Sonic Heroes TV show and video game, and the Brady Bunch show and movie. And if you think that's long, it's not going to be as long as thing number 4 when we get to it. But first, number 1. Us not having to do any social distancing or wearing masks. In the later days of my old channel, we were planning on doing this movie, but then my old channel got terminated thanks to copyright strikes. And then in last year, we were talking more about this and we had plans set up, and then this stupid thing hit, and we had to do social distancing and wear masks wherever we went. But now things are getting a little bit better. Well, I say that because there is hope that things will be better this year, and so far it is. And Rick and I have been saying that when we do our movie, we can't do any social distancing or wearing masks, or wear masks at all in this movie, because if we do, this will be embarrassing for us. And I don't want to be embarrassed by others. And when we make our movie, hopefully there will be no embarrassment and a lot of fun for everybody. Number 2. Examples of psychiatrist and therapy sessions. Rick told me that his character, Ricky Burns, wants to work as a psychiatrist or therapist in the medical field and help people with sessions. And with this past year at Heroes Camp being stressful, I feel like I need him to help me out with my problems, and maybe he can help give me that perfectly easy time, because every time I hope for getting those times, it keeps on getting botched by people who don't know how to give themselves silent moments and can't accept no as an answer. It just gets on my nerves. So Rick also gave me examples of psychiatry scenes on TV shows and movies, like Jane Lynch was a psychiatrist to Charlie, and Samuel L. Jackson was a psychiatrist for the Avengers. So being a psychiatrist and therapist can help people in their own ways. And speaking of psychiatrists, number 3. How me and Rick are going to meet in our movie and how we're going to make the Boobot team. I wrote down the exact scene order of how this is going to work. Well, first off, it's going to be a TV movie, as I have said so many times. How this is going to work is there are a group of Boobot fans that are obsessed with that show and want to see new episodes. my character, Willie Blackman, finds out that the Boobah channel is re-uploading the same episodes over and over and over again. And basically, as I gave my reaction to it on one earlier or recent message video, his reaction is going to be the exact same as the CPS guy from Smosh Crybaby when he finds out that he failed his goal of taking care of the baby along with the real owner of the baby, Anthony Padilla, who's not associated with Smosh anymore, but Ian Haycox is. And so he sees this and he's like, he's gone. And personally, that no yell among the three is hilarious and my favorite among the three. So after he finds out about this and has a bit of a meltdown or an outburst, he grabs his notebook phone from Blue's Clues and You and calls his best friend about this. We meet each other in a hotel, or they meet each other in the hotel, and they enter Ricky's psychiatrist room, so Dr. Ricky is in session or in the room or something like that, and the two of them have a talk about this. And they're going to talk about how they think is the most important things about this, as do we think about it. And then after that, we're going to do the room-to-room scene, like Swindle, except in Swindle, it's more area around the high school to another. Like, first, they went to the high school auditorium with Savannah Westcott in it, played by Jeanette McCurdy. Then we cut to the school's parking lot, where Darren Vader, played by Noah Monk, sees that some rude teen is taking up 2 spots and doesn't want to get any dings. And so Darren pushes the car out of the way, and the teen is shocked. Then Darren parks his car in one of the spots, and that teen is never seen again. And then we cut to the high school's field, it's an outdoor field, where we see Amanda Benson, played by Ariana Grande, who I still think is the best thing about it, doing awesome flips that I think are very awesome. And the only way that I can do flips is if I'm in the water or underwater. And how this works here is we're going from room to room and grabbing all the other members of the team, and then we bring them to the meeting room, and we discuss to them, or they discuss to them, what's going on. And then the Boobah team is formed, and we are going to be dealing with that team for the rest of the movie. And also, mostly just Willie and Ricky, played by me and Rick. And it's going to be quite an adventure for us. And speaking of adventure, or journey, when we come back from this break, I'm going to be spending a lot of time talking about the things, mostly scenes, that Rick wants all of us to do. Can I handle it? Are we going to be doing all these things? Or is it going to be too much for me to handle? And the others too. We'll answer that right after the break.